Всем привет, с вами канал Cryptoflipperы. Hi all, welcome to our video channel about decentralized finance. Pablo, hi.
Hi, thanks for inviting me.
Okay, and today we are discussed Angle protocol, and we guided you like small video tutorial about testnet of Angle protocol. So briefly, Angle, it's a decentralized, over-collateralized, liquid, efficient platform which helps issue stable coins. And one of the main feature, you can issue not only USD, but also Euro, British Pound, Swiss franc, even Japan yen. And another main feature, it's like there are three main actors in this playground. It's ordinary users who are seeking to stability and looking to stable coins against collateral. Another part of actors, it's a hedging agents who help hedge protocol against volatility of accepted collaterals, and they open long perpetual future positions. And different part of users, it's standard liquidity providers, which helps to additional insurance against this volatility if it will be not enough hedging agents positions. And hence, we can say that Angle protocol, it's a double purpose protocol. For example, if you're looking for active income, you can use it obviously as a hedging agent. And if you're looking for passive income, you can also use it like liquidity provider or ordinary user. I think short, it's enough. Yeah, Pablo?
Yes, that's completely fine. So you've perfectly summed it up. So just a quick remark. So the protocol is currently live on testnet, on Ring-B. So on Ring-B, we have opened the protocol with the full set of capabilities, many stable coins supported by different collateral types. But on mainnet, so mainnet launch is scheduled for early November. We will just launch a Euro stablecoin backed by USDC and DAI. And then we will go on by accepting more volatile collateral types and launch new stablecoins.
It depends on governance, on governance votes for issue another collateral.
Yes, so governance will be able to vote for new collateral types, for new stablecoins. So it's a completely permissionless protocol. It's a decentralized protocol, so meaning it's governed by its governance token called the Angle token. And so that's how it's going to be rolled. So we are, I've been on the core team developing this project, but we aim to make it so an inclusive protocol where anyone can participate, anyone can propose new ideas, ways to improve the protocol. And the general idea behind the protocol was that everything in DeFi is denominated in USD. Like if you make a capital gain in USDC, for instance, well, if your home currency is the euro, you're just losing money if the price of USD decreases with respect to euro. So we thought we needed to launch new stablecoins. And the second base point of the project was that some decentralized stablecoin protocols can be improved by a lot. And we try to build a system that makes the best of all the flows of other stablecoin protocols like MakersDAI, like Liquidity, like Frax, like Fei, who have great designs, but we've tried to take the best ideas in all their design and put it in a way that is mutually beneficial for different agents. So if you want, I can do a small demo of the platform.
Yeah, it will be great, like small demo.
So again, this is the platform that just works on Ring-B, the Ethereum testnet. We have built a faucet for people to be able to access, to get Ring-B tokens, to access Ring-B wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin, DAI, USDC. So the way it works, as you said, Artie, there are different bricks in the protocol. So the first brick in the Angle protocol is stablecoins. So you can use the Angle protocol to get stablecoin. So it's like a swap on Uniswap. Actually, getting stablecoin, you just bring collateral to the protocol and you get stablecoin. So transactions are super easy. On our app, you just have to go on the AG token page because tokens on Angle stablecoins are called AG their currency, so AG euro. And so now I've passed the transaction. So we should see the confirmation coming in a few seconds. But before that, I've passed the transaction to issue from one DAI the corresponding amount of euro, so at the Oracle value. And so, yeah, maybe I'll enter the exact amount. So you can see that the protocol takes small transaction fees upon minting and burning. So you give €1 worth of collateral, you are not getting €1 stablecoin, you are getting 0.997, for instance, stablecoins. And so where we really innovate in terms of protocol is that at each time when you own a stablecoin compared with Maker, you can always swap it against the collateral of your choice. So here I've gotten from my previous transaction a euro stablecoin, but I can swap it against DAI, or I can also swap it against USDC, or I can swap it against wrapped Bitcoin at
so
Oracle
you
value.
You can have wide choice, like.
Sorry?
You can have a wide choice, like compared.
Yes,
to...
you can choose anything you want. So there, for instance, for the example, I'm going to show. So here is the euro I got, the stable euros I got from the first transaction, and so now I'm burning it. I'm burning it against USDC. So although in the first place I only had DAI, so you can also see the protocol, but this is going a bit away from like the core point of the protocol. You can also see the protocol as an AMM, like SushiSwap, Uniswap, to do conversion like here between DAI and USDC using Angle stablecoins in the middle. So and that's
what about, what about slippage? You use oracles from Chainlink and Uniswap with Retvop.
Exactly, yeah? Exactly. So we use oracles from Chainlink and Uniswap. So there you can see the exchange rate. So we take the oracle rate that is most at the advantage of the protocol. So it's going to depend on the pair. But here you can see the exchange rate at which the transaction is going to get treated. So here it's 0.62, and you can see the transaction fees. So here 0.2% transaction fees. We have set an expert mode because you may have a slippage on the price. For instance, the price may deviate between the time at which you sign your transaction and the time at which it's executed by the miner. And so we allow people to specify a slippage to get protected against fees increase or against price changes. So that's for this.
From running, like this stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So you mentioned it. Another core actor of the protocol, it's aging agents. So every stablecoin protocol tries to do one thing. It's to absorb the volatility of this collateral. The way we do at Angle to absorb the volatility of the collateral is that we sell this volatility under the form of perpetual futures. So what does it mean really, absorbing volatility? Like a decentralized stablecoin protocol, it's something that takes volatile collateral as input and that makes something stable on top of it. So what you need to do when you're a protocol like that is really to find a way to insure yourself against the volatility of this collateral. And the way Angle insures itself against the volatility is that it makes perpetual futures, so financial products for people to absorb this volatility and to insure the protocol. So how does this work? To get a perpetual future from Angle, so I'm going to take like Bitcoin because this is, yes. So this is a bit more explanatory. So let's say you give the protocol 1 Bitcoin, you get 45,000 euros. Now the protocol owns 1 Bitcoin. It needs to insure itself against the volatility of this Bitcoin. How does it do? So the protocol say, so let's say you want to insure the protocol against the volatility of this Bitcoin. You say, look, you have 1 Bitcoin. So I'm going to insure the volatility of this Bitcoin. So this is the position size that you can see here. So here my position size, if I set a position size of one Bitcoin, I'm just saying, look, I'm covering 1 Bitcoin from the protocol, 1 Bitcoin. And the initial margin is the amount of collateral I bring to make up this position. So if to cover 1 Bitcoin, I could just bring like, so yeah, sorry, we've changed it. I could bring like, so yeah, normally it was the position size, but it just says I bring some collateral. I decide to cover another amount of collateral from the protocol, and I'm going to get exposed to the volatility of this collateral from the protocol. So now, so here I'm going to open a position. So in this position, I bring 1 Bitcoin and I insure 1.14 Bitcoin of the protocol. So that is really equivalent to me having a 2.15x leverage on my initial 1 wrapped Bitcoin. So just going to open the position. Yeah, sorry, when screen share is activated, it tends to be a bit laggy. But what does it mean when this position is going to be open? So there are some graphs. We have some issues. We are with our indexers currently working on that. But positions may take some time to appear. So here the transaction is still pending, but I can look into the other positions I have. So now the transaction has been confirmed and it should appear. So I should have a Bitcoin position somewhere. Well, it's going to appear after some time. I know that there are some syncing issue, but fortunately I have other open positions. So what does it mean? So yeah, now my position is there, and we are working on that. So I brought 0.95 Bitcoin. I'm insuring 1.1 Bitcoin of the protocol. So now if the price of Bitcoin increases, I have the right to the capital gain I would have made if I had owned this 1.14 Bitcoin. And if the price of Bitcoin decreases, I have to pay using the collateral. So the 0.9.
Oh, you should be liquidated.
So no, I should use the collateral I brought to pay for the capital loss. And if the price decreases by too much, and if all my collateral is consumed, then I'm going to be liquidated. So it's really like a perpetual futures, like you can get on FTX, like you can get on Huobi. The only difference is that you don't have to pay a funding rate for being long with us. If you want to get an X2 leverage with Angle, no funding rate. On the long term, it's like a no-brainer. You should use Angle because it's far, far, far cheaper than other alternatives. Like borrowing on Compound, on Aave or on Maker to swap and get leverage. It's also expensive because you have to pay interest rates for borrowing. In our case, it's cheap. You only pay small entry fees. So you see that I brought one here. I brought one Bitcoin in the beginning. But on my position, I only have like 0.995. So I paid 0.005 Bitcoin. So that's the transaction fees. And at any time, so I can close my position. So here you see that upon closing my position, I'll get 0.1992 Bitcoin because the price slightly decreased in the meantime. And also I'm going to pay, I'm paying a small transaction fees. And so there you go.
And sorry for interrupt you, but
yes, no problem.
About these positions, a lot of questions because a lot of people doesn't know what is hedge ratio and how use Angle analytics before open your long position.
Okay, so then we can check the analytics. So Angle, it's like a marketplace between stability and volatility. People who want to have people who want to be long and people who want to be stable. The thing is, we cannot offer more long position than what the protocol has to offer. If we only have one Bitcoin in reserve, we can only allow people to cover one Bitcoin of the protocol. We can't sell more volatility than we have to offer. So the hedge ratio refers to the amount of, so it's super technical, but it's the amount that the protocol needs to ensure. So it's the amount that is insured by hedging agents. So divided by what the protocol needs to insure. So with hedging agent, because every time a hedging agent enters the protocol, it ensures an amount of stablecoin for the protocol. The protocol has a fixed amount for each collateral of stablecoins it needs to insure. So I'm sorry if it's a bit technical here. It's all explained in the doc. So if you have any questions, just go to the docs.
It's just to show that if you have like a high hedge ratio,
yes,
you shouldn't open position, obviously. Yeah,
you cannot. So here the hedge ratio it's 89%. If the hedge ratio goes above 90%, so because this is a limit we set, but on mainnet governance will be able to change it.
But right now, like a safe hedge ratio, it's like 90%. Yeah.
Yeah, above 90%, you cannot open a perpetual.
Yeah, like only under 90% you can open.
Only under 90% you can open a perpetual. Yeah, and if the hedge ratio goes above 95%, so keepers have the ability to force close perpetuals. So what does it mean? It means that you own a perpetual. Your perpetual is going to get closed. So you will get everything. You will be treated as if like you had closed by yourself your perpetual. So you'll get your margin plus or minus your P&L, but your perpetual will no longer be active because it has been closed to reduce the hedge ratio and to make it pass in healthy limits. So that is a side feature of the protocol, pretty technical aspect. We're not sure we're going to see that on mainnet. We just have to code it to be sure that the protocol remains resistant to all market conditions.
Yeah, like understand.
So this is for the Angle analytics. So maybe we could do another demonstration on Angle analytics to show all the
definitely. It will be very helpful if you can show us how to properly use this analytics.
Okay, so maybe I can finish rapidly with the features of the other features of the protocol.
Yeah, like pool yields. Yeah.
So yield. So SLPs, standard liquidity providers, they are just money who lend money to the protocol in exchange for which they get yield. So what yield do these people get? So they get yield from transaction fees of users minting and burning. Yeah. And also the protocol owns reserves, and these reserves can be lent to other protocols. So let's say there is 10 Bitcoins in the protocol, 9 coming from users who minted and burned stable coins using Bitcoin. 1 coming 0.5 coming from hedging agents, which took long positions and brought a small margin in the protocol, and 0.5 coming from standard liquidity providers. Well, this protocol has reserves. It can lend its reserves to other protocols, get yield on it, but this yield on the reserves is just given to standard liquidity providers, meaning that when you are a standard liquidity provider and you play in the yield tab of the protocol, you can get a higher yield than what you would get by doing the same strategy as the protocol is doing. So that's what the APY you see here correspond to. It corresponds to the fact that the reserves of the protocol are lent, that you can get yield on, that the protocol gets yield on its collateral, but that this yield is distributed to standard liquidity providers. So super easy. It's like lending money to compound. So here I'm going to deposit 1 USDC in the pool. So it takes some time. And so
you're like providing additional insurance against
exactly. So standard liquidity providers are the insurance of the insurance. So I don't know if you've heard of
reserve fund actually. Yeah.
They are a reserve fund, exactly. They are an insurance fund. So the protocol also accumulates some surplus. That's the first layer in the reserve fund. Then we have standard liquidity providers, hedging agents, and then the collateral brought by users. So actually, hedging agents are the first layer of defense. If they come to lack, we go in the reserve fund, and if the reserve fund is not enough, we tap into the standard liquidity providers collateral. So now I've deposited collateral, and I get yield-bearing tokens. We call it SAN tokens. So I can see my
platform, like obviously 2 types of tokens, like AG tokens and SAN tokens. AG it's
SAN tokens.
Like normal.
AG is a stable
coin, which issued on platform, and SAN token, it's like when you add to the pool.
So it's like a C tokens on Compound or A tokens on Aave.
Like
yield-bearing tokens. You don't have to make anything. You automatically make yield, and so at any time you can withdraw liquidity from you can withdraw your SAN tokens and convert it against USDC. And accumulate the yield you've made. So the other feature of the protocol, Angle is a decentralized protocol, so it needs to distribute its governance tokens. So we let people stake their tokens, so their SAN tokens or the AG tokens, to accumulate some Angle tokens. So like you would do in many protocols. So here we have built a staking interface, super easy. You just have to deposit. And then automatically, the longer you stay, the more Angle tokens you will be accumulating.
So your money works and give you more money.
So if you have SAN tokens,
Angle governance protocol.
Exactly. So if you have SAN tokens, your money works because it's lent to Compound, it's lent to Aave. We have built strategies, and you can stake your SAN tokens to accumulate Angle tokens. So you are getting 2 sorts of rewards. We'll be making other partnerships with platforms. Building strategies on top of Angle so that you could receive rewards in form of Angle and in the form of other tokens. We will talk about, we are working on that at the moment. So we want to have a pretty cool APYs to propose to our early backers in the protocol.
Okay, I think it's really clear. And for beginners,
so at any point you can claim your tokens.
Claim tokens.
You can claim, you can unstake, and yeah. So many features. So we're a team of backend engineers, so still iterating on the front on the front page of the protocol, and so many things we're working on. We have no front-end engineers, so looking to grow the team a bit. And yeah, the goal is to have a fully functional product, a lot of things which can be improved. And so we are really relying on our community on Discord, providing us feedback for us to make a better experience.
How many people on the core team protocol?
Six people for the moment.
64.
No, six.
Yeah. Six. Okay.
No, not 64. No, we're just six.
Just six. Just beginning. Just six. Okay. I think it's really enough for beginning, and maybe some community questions, because I collect a lot of community questions. Okay. Begin from stupid questions like when tokens here, when airdrop, all other shit.
We have not announced any airdrop yet. We're maybe not even going to do one. So the goal for us is really to build, and then we'll try to reward obviously early participants. But there won't be anything systematic. So that's all for Angle. We have never announced any reward. Just rumors, you know, like in the in other protocols, and that's why people always ask them. Yes, we were ready to have this question, and we always give the same answer. Like, we have not announced anything. We're still building. The goal is to have a rebel thing, and then we'll figure out something. But don't expect anything. Like we can't.
It's fair. It's fair.
we want to be fair, and we'll be fair to people who have helped us. But we've had many scammers participating, so we'll have to. We have to find out who's been helpful, and so we won't do anything systematic, and that's not in our top priority at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. And what about ambassador program?
So this is something we want to set up in the coming weeks. Set up the ambassador program. So we don't have the bandwidth to set that up at the moment. So what we try to do is that we try to encourage people to participate in the Discord in translation activities, translate some documents, translate articles, so that we can already sort of accommodate our international community, and we'll try to make something a bit more official. So an ambassador program, select ambassadors who have their name as ambassador, and who can help us.
Spread the word about Angle protocol. Yeah.
Yes, educate people. So we are still thinking of the best form of it. We're super happy with the community we have. So we've had lots of scams, not lots of scams, but lots of spams in the last weeks. But we've managed to increase the quality of the conversation on Discord, thanks to our Angle community hero, and you're one of them. Been super proactive on Discord, and this is the kind of people we rely on. And the ambassador program will be kind of similar to what we're doing with community hero, like have people who are involved, try to make it a bit official for them, and to reward them based on how they help us.
Yeah. I think for this it's enough, and just remind Pablo, it's core team of Angle.money Protocol, decentralized, liquid, or collateralized protocol, which enables to issue stable coins, not only USD but Euro and another part of protocols. And Angle.money Protocol was supported by one of the powerful backers in this industry, like A16Z, Wintermute, and another main game changers in decentralized finance industry. So I think, Pablo, we discussed almost as we planned, and hope next time when you have time, maybe after mainnet launch, we can discuss another things. And thank you for really great feedback and support in Discord also, because it's really helpful when team open-minded when team cooperate with you and give you opportunity like growing together. So thank you.
And that's what we care about. We are going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. We are learning together. So we are developers. We are economists. We're maybe good at making stable coins, but maybe we're learning to build a community, to make something cool together. And so we are super open to feedback, to remarks on how we can make Discord and this community better and more in place. So yeah, Discord is the place to join. And we are looking at everything. We may not have the bandwidth to implement all the ideas, but that's something that stays in our mind, and we are sure committed to listening to everyone. And yes, make a badass protocol.
Yeah, and from today, actually in Discord, you have like ideas channel. So in this channel, if you guys have really interesting ideas, maybe some really original ideas, you can add to ideas channel in Angle Protocol Discord and proceed together. So
sure. So thanks, Artie.
Thanks, Pablo.
Thanks for your time, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you, Fandom. Yeah, let's be in touch.
And thanks for reaching out, and hope to see everyone around on Discord. Bye bye.